Good evening, people. Adiyinka speaking from A Nation today. Welcome again to my station. So, I have something to say. Um, I had a dream on the day of the election on November 5th in America, and it came obvious in the dream that what actually signified what was going on in the dream was that Donald Trump was going to win the election and was going to be much more stricter on the death penalty in his tenure than ever more. So we see that there's been some legislation, like he said, he has an idea of actually putting people who deal with drugs on death row and actually having them executed under death row. And you see, the Bible actually speaks about how God actually establishes the leaders of the world, that basically you should be able to submit over to what God has actually instituted, and anybody that does not submit to the system will bear the wrath of the sword upon them. That we ought to give people honor and respect, and also we have an obligation to be able to just love people, for love does no harm to anybody. So this is a very, very important time for the people of America to be basically on their best behavior in this time of this governance, because this governance is a very totally different kind of governance. It's the motto goes by making America great again. So Donald Trump is very, very adamant that he fulfills his duty to the American people to make his nation great again. For he is not necessarily a nationalist; he's a patriot of America, and he actually is very, very passionate about the nation being the most free nation, the land of the free again in the world. So there were some other things that happened in the dream, like the executioners actually spoke about five armies. So I've actually been doing all of my research on the internet regarding what five armies actually mean. I probably came from the movie Lord of the Rings and all this kind of things, but it's actually a real thing. I think this actually has to do with the Confederate States, even though I know that there's no five states in the Confederacy. I think there's a connection towards Confederate States regarding the five armies I was mentioned in my dream that I actually had. And also, there was some kind of like pity and sympathy for people that were on death row. Like the execution of these people was very, very painful to behold, because I saw it in the dream, and I saw one of them actually crying in the dream, crying a very lamenting cry in the dream. So I felt so sorry for him, and I asked the Lord in the dream that I don't want to see this again. But this is also relative to other countries as well, who would like to advocate the death penalty for people who actually break the law. It's a very, very important time for people to be able to understand that people can come out with some false accusations against you. Those people that actually hate you, this is what they did to Jesus Christ. They wanted to advocate for the death penalty in Jesus Christ's life. So they falsely accused him and turned him over to the Herodians or the government to be able to be executed. Thank you very much for watching my video today. Bye bye.